Hi everyone, Sonia from Sonia's Mixed Media. I'm back here today with all my Creative Haven colouring books. And just to show you all the coloured pages I've done and what books I have for those of you who are interested. Creative Haven are such a fantastic colouring book brand. We all know them. And I would say most adult colourers would have at least one or two Creative Haven books. If you haven't, you're probably missing out because there's so many choices out there. They have something for everyone. Anyway, before we get started with all the books that I have a huge stack here. I also have some of the older Dover colouring books, which is also by Creative Haven. I just wanted to say a big thank you to Steph Armstrong, who sent me these wonderful gel pens. I actually got 3 packets of these Jot gel pens, which say they are super glitter. And I don't have the 3rd packet here with me on my desk here because I've been using them already in front of the TV colouring. And thank you so much, Steph. They are really good glitter gel pens. I really do like them. So once they're all used up, I probably will definitely look them up and see if I can buy them online, buy some more. It's such a pity there's not more colours because they really are a good little glitter gel pen. And I was so surprised. It's my very first proper happy mail. So yeah, I was just over the moon, dancing around the kitchen. Very delighted. So Steph, if you're watching, thank you very, very much for the gel pens. And like I said, I'm already using them. And yeah, the glitter in them is very, very pretty. And yeah, I really love them. And thank you so much. It was so generous of you. So thanks again to Steph. Now, we'll get on to my Creative Haven books. And we'll start with the... Hang on. I'll just get a cloth here because I just before I started filming, I spilt my cup of tea a little bit on my desk. It's made a mess and I don't want my books to get wet. So we'll start with the Entangled series that I have because I just recently did a Entangled colour along on Instagram. So for that I did purchase Entangled Forest. And this is by Angela Porter. And I'm not going to do flip throughs like slow page by page, but what I'll do is I'll just flip through like this and then I'll show you the coloured pages that I've done. So I did this one, which was a buddy colour. I can't remember who it was with now, so sorry. I don't have my list with me. Normally I write it down in my book. But this was a buddy colour with someone on Instagram. And I also did, I think, one more in this one. I did this one here, which I really love how it turned out. And I used glitter gel pen on the grey parts of the circles. And yeah, with the black background, I think it really pops and looks lovely. So that's the 2 I did in Entangled Forest. I'm just going to open my door up. I've got my little chihuahua wanting to come in and he never pushes the door open. He just stands there snuffing to let me know he's there. Then I bought Entangled Butterflies with an intention of doing it for my colour along, but by the time it arrived, it was getting very late in the month and I was kind of over the Entangled business by that time. But it is very, very pretty. And I'm sure I'll get back to it. So again, it's the Entangled series. And yeah, there's just butterfly or butterflies on each and every page. So that's that one. That's again by Angela Porter. Then I have my own Creative Haven Entangled sort of series that I made up from the Dover site, which has free sample pages that you can download. And I did a couple in here for the colour along, as well as the month before, I think. Anyway, I did this one. This is probably from the Entangled Gardens or Entangled Butterflies, not quite sure. I did this one here, which might be from Entangled Gardens. Again, not too sure because I just downloaded, you know, the samples. Can't remember what books they were from. I really love how this one turned out. So this was alcohol markers in the background, and then it was just Crayola twistables for all the flowers. And then I think I did one more, and this was for a buddy colour with my relative in England, and she still hasn't completed hers. She's very, very naughty. Yeah, but we did decide to do this book, and this is from the Entangled Eerie, so it's got the skull in there, of course, and I used, if you can see, some metallic paints on the flowers and the eyes for that one. So that's just a little sample book that I made up. The next one is also a sample book that I made up myself because I didn't want the entire book. This is Creative Kittens. I've made my own sort of cover, but it's also got Creative Cats in here, and I just downloaded a couple of the sample pages, and I did this one, Imagine, and it's got peace on the cat, and I did this for the colour along on Instagram for the Ukraine. Yep, so I did that one in March, and I really like how that turned out. I won't do a flip through of this because, like I said, it's just sample pages I got online. And I did one more. I did this one here of the little kitty in the Netherlands because my dad is from the Netherlands and my aunties and uncles, so this was very close to my heart, this one, and I really like how it turned out. Okay, now on to more books. We've got Creative Haven Home Sweet Home colouring book. This is by Teresa Goodrich, and I actually completed every page in this one except for two, and the two that I didn't feel like doing and didn't want to do, actually, because these pages are perforated, I actually just pulled them out the book so that it looks like a completed book. It was annoying me to have 2 pages left, and I just really didn't want to do them. So yeah, but apart from that, I call it a completed book. I had so much fun with this. This has got water paint in it, it's got markers in it, it's got pencil in it. I just really loved every minute of this book. And yeah, that is Home Sweet Home by Teresa Goodrich. Then I've got Creative Haven Country Farm Scenes, Teresa Goodrich again. Don't think I have done anything in this one yet. No, it doesn't look like I have, but there you go. That one is Country Farm Scenes, Teresa Goodrich. Then I have this one. I've put this in Creative Haven list because Creative Haven do the exact same book, except for they only do the day version. They don't have the night version, but I thought you can get it by Creative Haven, and it's by Marjorie Sarnat. So the day version in Creative Haven is, of course, all elephants, and it's very, very pretty. It's a newer book. I haven't done anything in it yet, but can't wait to do this one. I've actually marked a page in the night section, and I got this book because it had the night section in it. But there's one that's got a little frog on the page, this one here, and I was thinking of doing this one for Olga Rani's challenge of frog this week. So yeah, that's the night version of all the same pictures in the front. But if you want to, you can get that by Creative Haven, and that's by Marjorie Sarnat. I've got Animal Mosaics by Jessica Mezkowitz. And I really like this one. This is a fun one to do when you want something easy to colour. So I've done this one here with the pickies. And I love the style that I do here, where I do the background in markers and then the actual animals in colour pencil. I think that really looks good. Did the snails. I knew as soon as I saw this page I wanted the snails to be rainbow coloured. So really cute book, full of beautiful mosaic style animals, easy colouring. Did the elephants. The frog was the first page I did, I think. And this is with Derwent ink tints and pencils and alcohol markers. The ink tints looked really good. Just markers for the birds and the rabbits. And I did the cat. Okay, the next one is Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. And I did this page here. I think this is the first page I did in this one. And it was for Danny Button's challenge of colouring everything in wrong colours or something. Things that wouldn't be that colour. So you had to do everything on the page in a colour that, you know, in real life it wouldn't be. So that was that challenge. Then I think I've done maybe one more in here. I did this one, which is still one of my absolute favourite coloured pages. This was with a lot of watercolour paint and colour pencil, and I just think the way the apples turned out and the barrel, I just really love how this turned out. One of my favourite pictures. So I think that's all I've got done. Oh no, I've got a whip going. There's that one. Very bright yellow grass here. Don't know what I was thinking about the yellow. Yeah, I might have to go over that with some pencil, but it's obviously watercolours I've put down here. So I've got a whip to finish in that one. I've got Country Charm colouring book by Teresa Goodridge. I don't think I've got anything done in this one. After I completed Home Sweet Home, I just enjoyed it so much. I thought this one was very similar. So that's why I bought this one. And yeah, I've just got to get back to these books. They're just so beautiful. So that's Country Charm. This is one of the books I have finished by Marjorie Sarnett. I finished this probably about 2 years ago, and I've done every page in this, and this has its own video on my channel where I flip through them all, but I'll just do it very quickly. This has got markers, gel pen, pencils. It's mainly Crayola Super Tips. And I think I worked on this every single night, and some nights I did 2 pages, but I completed it. And yeah, it's not the neatest colouring book I've done, but it was a lot of fun, and that's the main thing. So that's Dazzling Dogs by Marjorie Sarnett. I've got Celtic Fantasy by Kari Buziak, and this is a new one for me, and I haven't coloured in it at all yet, but I love it because I like Celtic things. Plus it's got dragons, unicorns, and all those sort of mythical type creatures, angels. I think it's got a couple of unicorns in here. Yeah, so I really like this book. I need to do something in here. It's a very pretty book, and I bought this one because I've been working in Celtic crosses, and I thought when I finish that I've got something to go to. So that's Celtic Fantasy by Kari Buziak. Bird Mandalas colouring book by Jo Taylor, and I worked in this a lot for my colour along of mandalas in March, I think it was, or it could have been February. Yeah, because I did this February. So I did the owls. I did this one here with the birds. I really love the colours I chose for this one. I did this one here. This was a buddy colour with my dear friend. And I did this one. So, yeah, they were done in February and March of this year. So that's a very pretty book, Bird Mandalas by Jo Taylor. I've got Festive Mexican Talavera Designs by Marjorie Sarnat. This is a very popular book. A lot of people have it. And I've done the front page, all in markers. And I've also done one more, I think. I've done the donkey in a limited colour palette, and I really like how it turned out with all the beautiful peaches and oranges and a bit of yellow in there. And yeah, that's the two I've done so far in that one. So that's Festive Mexican Talavera Designs, Marjorie Sarnat. Best Dressed Pets by Marjorie Sarnat. I think I've only done about 2 or 3 in here. I did this one in March for St. Patrick's Day. And what else have I done? I did this one with the little kittens, and yeah, probably my favourite page in the book. And this was markers, gel pen, and Crayolas twistable pencils. Sorry, just had to have a bit of my tea there. I really like how that one turned out. And then I did the first page. This was the first page I did in it, and I'm happy with it apart from this dog's face. Yeah, just don't know what I was thinking by doing it in the black, and then I left some white because it was getting too black. And yeah, I think I might just leave his eyes white and finish doing the black muzzle. But that's that one. Best Dressed Pets, Marjorie Sarnat. Then I've got Vintage Flower Seed Packets colouring book, and this is by Marty Noble, and this one here is very good when you just want something quick and easy to colour. And of course it's all flowers, and at the back of the book you've got the original seed packets, so you can copy the colour of the flowers if you want to. So I've just done this one, metallic paints, and just Sharpie in the background. And I did one when I went away on holiday, finished it when I got back. This one here, so did that one. But yeah, they're all just very pretty flower. If you like flowers, it's a nice one to get. So that's by Marty Noble. I've got Celtic Crosses by Kari Buziak. So I've done quite a few in this one. This is a book I want to finish. So I did this one here. This one. Did that one. This one. This one I did for Peace for Ukraine, did that in March. This one, this one, this is a whip, and this one. So that's Celtic Crosses, Kari Buziak. And I've got Celtic Alphabet Designs by Kari Buziak. And again, I bought this, haven't done anything yet, but I bought this because I was on a roll with my Celtic crosses. So I thought when I finish that, I'll have some more Celtic stuff to do. But since then, I'm sort of out of the jam of doing the Celtic stuff. But I'm sure one day I will feel like it again. So these are just all letters, basically, through the alphabet, as it says. And then I have 3 Dover colouring books, and I've just ordered, I think, 2 more Dover colouring books. Anyway, this one is by Carol Schmidt. It's Witch's Stained Glass colouring book. And I've showed this before in a couple of videos, but yeah, these are the vellum paper that is see-through, and they're made so that you can pull them out and put them on your windows for Halloween, I guess. But they're very nice. They have a nice feeling when you use markers on them. I've only ever used markers on them, but I want to try using pencil as well and see how that comes out. But the pictures are very nice, but I got a bit of gold paint somehow stuck in this book, and it got on a couple of the pages. But yeah, they're all witches from different fairy tales, folklore stories, that sort of thing. So that one there is Witches by Carol Schmidt. I've got, again, another Celtic one. This is Celtic Stained Glass by Courtney Davis. This is a very pretty one, again. That lovely vellum paper. This one, I didn't colour this one. I bought it second hand, so this is the only page that was started. So if you like Celtic, it's a very nice book. You can still get some of these books on Amazon. You might have to scroll down a bit, but if you look up Dover colouring book or stained glass colouring book, you should be eventually be able to find them. And the other Dover colouring book is the story of the Nutcracker that I've got, and this is by Thea Kleros. And I bought this many years ago to complete for Christmas, because it's a lovely Christmas story, and my girls really love this story. So I started colouring in it, and I was going page by page, but I only got to this page. And then I stopped. But I would like to finish it one day. And yeah, I can tell by my colouring that, yeah, it was a while ago. But yeah, it's got the story in it, and then some very pretty illustrations, and I just thought it'd be a nice book to read to my grandchildren one day, especially if it's got all the lovely coloured in pages. So this is definitely something I've got to get back onto. Perhaps at Christmas time I might find the feeling again. But you can get quite a few books like this by Dover that have the story and then the images to colour. I know that they've got The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, and there's definitely a few others I can't remember offhand, but yeah, if you like a story that you could maybe read to some children and would like to colour the pictures, then yeah, look up Dover colouring books. They have quite a few. And there you go. And that was the last one. So that, my friends, was all my Creative Haven and Dover colouring books. I hope you've seen something you like or something you haven't seen before. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great colouring week, everyone. Bye for now.